Today, let's dive into some current information on SoFi, explore what may have caused recent price movements, and discuss some important details investors should be aware of right now. Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Stock Update. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads, and also enter our giveaway. But before that, alert, this is not a financial advice video. SoFi saw a minor decline today with the price dipping by around 1.18% to a low of $10.63. When the market opened, SoFi experienced a quick sell-off, but it gradually recovered and bounced to higher levels. Interestingly, this happened on lower than average trading volume. About 41.1 million shares were traded compared to the usual 52.5 million. This decrease in trading activity has been noticeable across multiple stocks, which could suggest that some big investors may be waiting to see how the upcoming political climate unfolds before making significant moves. Currently, the atmosphere is a bit cautious. Even though the news and online discussions are mostly about upcoming elections and political topics, this widespread focus could be impacting the market overall, including SoFi. When public interest leans towards political concerns, it often results in a more conservative investment attitude, which we are seeing reflected in a somewhat risk-averse approach across different markets. This cautious stance aligns with the recent drop in volume, indicating that many investors might be holding back for now. Interestingly, there was a trend reversal as some large investors started buying again, which provided a boost for SoFi. Short sellers, on the other hand, seemed relatively quiet. They didn't make any notable moves and remained steady. By the end of the day, short sellers had actually reduced their positions slightly. This is an interesting point because it suggests that these investors might not perceive as much risk in SoFi as they did before. If they believed SoFi's value was significantly inflated or that there were major risks on the horizon, they could have doubled down. However, SoFi's short-selling costs have remained fairly low, which could also be a contributing factor to the cautious stance. No new major developments or regulatory filings were issued by SoFi today, meaning any market movement was mainly influenced by broader economic factors. Additionally, SoFi has recently seen increased interest in options, which may indicate some optimism about the stock's potential. Despite this, it's important to consider that election expectations can shape market sentiment in various ways. Opinions are mixed about how different outcomes might affect the stock market, with some individuals believing that one political outcome would lead to a positive market response, while others think it would have the opposite effect, potentially even driving us toward a recession. This uncertainty might be contributing to the mix of optimism and caution we're seeing with SoFi's stock and investor attitudes in general. Some larger investors are making notable transactions that could indicate optimism, with a focus on levels around 12 to 12.50 in the near term. At the same time, there are some bearish positions that indicate other investors anticipate a decline below 10.50 cents. This contrast of opinions is not unusual in the market, as different investors may have opposing strategies and expectations, especially during periods of political or economic uncertainty. Recently, there has been considerable activity in the dark pool, a private trading venue where larger trades occur to avoid significant impacts on the public market. This high volume of dark pool trading has raised some eyebrows, as it appears some market players might be using this mechanism to manage their strategies without significantly influencing the public market. The original intent behind dark pool trading was to allow large investors to make transactions without causing excessive volatility, but some believe that it has instead allowed certain entities to use it for personal gain. Despite concerns, it remains an integral part of the market, and activity in this area can sometimes hint at underlying sentiments and strategies of larger investors. As the day progressed, SoFi's price seemed to stabilize. It's currently trading between key support and resistance levels, showing a certain level of steadiness. Today's market closure left the stock within this range, hinting that further consolidation may occur. While the day saw a slight pullback, it's worth noting that SoFi has recently shown resilience, and occasional consolidation is generally seen as a healthy sign for the stock's long-term growth potential. There were no new analyst ratings released for SoFi today, though some market participants believe that certain analysts who have yet to issue ratings may do so after the elections. Given the outspoken nature of SoFi's leadership, who occasionally express views on which political outcomes would best benefit the finance sector, it's possible that post-election analyst ratings could be influenced by the results. However, these are speculative possibilities and should not be relied upon as definitive indicators of future stock performance. After SoFi's most recent earnings report, a noticeable shift occurred in the tone of news articles. Initially, many of the reports were upbeat and even bullish. However, a few neutral and bearish articles have started to emerge, which may create some mixed perceptions about SoFi's outlook. It's interesting to see how market narratives can change so quickly. One day, a stock is considered promising, and the next, some sources may portray it in a more cautious light. For instance, an article published just 2 hours ago mentioned that SoFi had crashed after earnings, even though the stock has actually seen a positive trend since then. This wording might be misleading to some readers and illustrates how the market's short-term focus can create misunderstandings. It's crucial to keep in mind that the market often focuses intensely on immediate events, and this can sometimes overshadow longer-term perspectives. Despite some of these seemingly negative portrayals, SoFi's performance has been quite strong over the past 6 months, with gains of over 52%. This is a significant achievement for a stock that has typically experienced declines after its earnings announcements in the past. Having covered SoFi on and off for a couple of years, this trend is quite unusual and could signify a potential turning point in the company's trajectory. Overall, the investment environment remains uncertain, especially with political events looming, and this is contributing to the mixed sentiment around stocks like SoFi. Nonetheless, SoFi has demonstrated its strength, and its ability to hold on to recent gains is encouraging for those who are invested or interested in the company's long-term potential. The stock's performance in the coming weeks will likely be influenced by broader market conditions and how investors react to upcoming political outcomes, but it's worth monitoring for potential growth opportunities ahead. Friends, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about today's video? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.